Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we're going to start the series, the friendship series or the duo or the dynamic tarot series. So I'm really excited about this. Today's turn, it's going to be TXT members, Yeonjun and Beomgyu. I'm going to read about this, and it was actually I chose this couple, this duo, because this was requested a long time ago, actually in my first series, and it was left there. Like I didn't get the chance to do it. Also, I had been getting requests about Yeonjun and other members, so I want you to be open-minded about that. If I don't choose your combo, your favorite combo or your favorite duo, is not because of I don't want to read for them. It's just that I choose them based on how much people ask for the same duo. And other thing that I want to ask you also to have in mind is that because it's happening to me with certain members of certain groups. I thought that it only happened with Blackpink's Jennie, but I think that it happens with a lot of groups actually. That there's always this one member that people request to ask about their relationship with others. It's not like the combo changes. No, it's, for example, in the case of TXT, it's usually Yeonjun with Subin, Yeonjun with Beomgyu in this case, Yeonjun with Kai, Yeonjun with Taeyong. So I'm like, maybe we need to reflect, and we need to actually, because this is how I work. I've been reading for these groups for a while, so what I'm seeing, I'm starting to see a pattern here. And actually what I have like kind of been able to make some kind of association is that it's not about popularity. Actually, I think that there's something about this certain member being asked all the time, like with different others, that I think that probably there's something about that member that people just cannot quite understand, or there's something about them that it's a mystery, or probably there's some doubts about their dynamic. So you ask constantly to reinforce that sense of, okay, are they friends? Like, is he close to this member and this member and this member? And usually it also happens when that popular member, or actually the most request member, has some kind of attitude or has some kind of personality that probably is like, you want to know what's going on in there. So this is why I want you to do this exercise with me. That is not about popularity, actually. And I think that probably a lot of people in the fandoms may feel the same way. Like, why do you always ask for the member with others? It's like, is there something that you probably are not seeing about the relationship that you somehow want to know? It's not that you want to know about in a specific duo. You want to know about how this member in a specific gets along with all the members. So I think that there's something about that member that maybe, like, there's like some kind of things that probably don't end up like being understood, or there's some kind of mystery, or probably you have some doubts about those bonds. So this is why I want to leave you as homework to reflect a bit about that, because it also happened with 17 Seonhwa. I got so many requests. I started reading for 17, and I was like, oh, like I have so many few carrots here in my channel. Like I feel really sorry, because I really like invest my energy to read for them, and probably they have so little views, no one watches them, and I'm like, oh, poor 17, like I want more carrots to join. And I came to notice that when I was doing this, like taking requests for readings, they were, oh, Senwa with this member. I already done Senwa with Burnham. Then I got another request, and then I got another, and then I finally decided, because there were more requests for Senwa and for was it Wusi or Washi? I'm sorry if I'm like, but there's someone. There's the other member is someone that starts with a W, but it's not Wusi. It's the other one, Hoshi. That one, Hoshi. So this week is going to be someone with Hoshi, but I want you to see that kind of pattern. Like, why is Senwa 17 Senwa being requested with all different members? Like, what's going on with Senwa? Like, that you want to know how he gets along with different members. It's like there's something there, there's a pattern. You always have to see the patterns, because, like I always mention, we are learning here. We are learning here. And I read the tarot, but it's not a mystery. You can do it too. If you open your mind, if you open your perception, you will see that the information that I provide and other tarot readings that probably is not of your interest, or maybe it's not about your favorite idols, but if you do open your mind to listen to them, you start to see a certain pattern in the fandoms. Like, there's like an inner language behind all these requests and behind all these readings. It's like they are all connected. So it's wonderful. So let's start with TXT, Yeonjun, and Beomgyu. So I placed Yeonjun on the left and Beomgyu on the right. So let's talk a bit about their energies. Actually, Yeonjun is a Virgo sun with a moon in Libra, and Beomgyu he's a Pisces with a moon in Scorpio. So you know that Virgo and Pisces are opposite signs to each other, and at the same time, you can see that probably Yeonjun has like a combination of more mercurial and air elements. For example, Virgo is an earth sign, but it's ruled by Mercury. That is the intellect. He's the most intellect out of the three earth signs. So, and then his moon is in Libra, that it's an earth sign. So there's a lot of air quality in his actions and his feelings. Probably he's someone that it's not that awkward. It's not that kind of Virgo sun or Virgo idol that it's awkward socially, or that it's a bit reserved, or that it's a bit like uncomfortable with being in the public. It's like they do their job, they perform, but when you see them like in other sets, or you probably see them like more relaxed, you realize that they are very shy and that they do struggle with being sociable. But in the case of Jeonjun, I think that moon in Libra of his actually gives him the ability to be more welcoming to relationships and associations. And he could be a social butterfly, because moon in Libra tend to be social butterflies. They tend to actually, they feel good when they interact with others. So I think that he understands the value of making connections, of networking, especially in his environment. Probably he's someone that he's very charming. This is why he's very popular. This is why his image sells, because he's also a chameleon. He will change, he will adapt to whatever it has to be done in order to be appealing to the public, in order to deliver something to the fans that they had never seen before. So he's his energy is like very welcoming. And I would say he's not, he has very strong values and he's very intelligent, but probably he's not that good at connecting with emotions or strong feelings. Because on the other side, on the other hand, we have Beomgyu, that I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm just like starting. I always struggle with this guy's name, Beomgyu. I think that is Beomgyu. And it always confuses me even when I read it. I don't know why. Probably his energy is a bit confusing as well. There's something about him that makes me feel like a bit dizzy, like I cannot concentrate. I don't know if he has like some kind of issue, that he has like trouble concentrating or something like that, because I feel my head a bit like confused. Um, and Bumchum, in this sense, he got he is he has like a sun and moon in water sign, so definitely um, he's much more sensitive. He's much more emotional. Even though he can be funny, he can be outgoing, and he can have fun, and he can be passionate about what his interests are. He is someone that he prefers contact one on one, like he probably doesn't like to be in a room full of people and interact with the strangers. He's a bit like, he reminds me a lot, a bit about BTS Suga, that Suga, it's a Pisces, and Beomgyu actually has this kind of vibe where you know that you have to be gentle if you want to reach to him, because he doesn't open up easily. You have to give him his space. He's very observant, so he has to test you somehow to see if they are comfortable talking to you. He will probably like be really silent the first time he meets you. He will test the waters to see, and he will also use his intuition a lot to actually decide if you are worthy of his time or not. Where in the case of Jeonjun is not that calculative. He's like more spontaneous, in the sense that he doesn't take bonds that seriously, in the sense that he makes connection. He doesn't think too hard about, oh, are we compatible or not, or are we going to get along or not. It's like he just does it automatically, because for him to be outgoing or to be nice in public and to be polite and to have all these social attributes, of being a very liked person, it's easy for him. It comes easy for him. But in the case of Bomchum, I think that for him it's not easy. For him it's not easy. He has a whole inner world inside of him that it's running, and that it's ruling his whole persona. It's like he needs to have a certain sense of feeling, and I'm saying the word feeling because he uses his feelings to connect with someone. So if he feels in his body that your energy is a bit off, or that your energy is a bit like shady, or that he cannot figure you out, he will probably not be interested in getting to know you. He will of course be polite, but he will not take the relationship further, and he will make you uh, he will make you like understand that that he doesn't want to go that deep with you. That probably you ask him questions and he will be like, uh-huh, and he will not give any information, extra information, because he's not interested. And you will see it in his body language that if he doesn't want to like connect with you, he will not connect with you. And it's not that he will turn his back on you, or he will just leave. He will just remain there, but silent and detached, and he will be like, like, I cannot wait to get home, something like that. His body language will give him away if he likes someone or not. Because for him, relationships are important. relationships and who he trusts. He's also very distrustful. So I think that it's okay, actually. I think that you need to have this kind of perception, this kind of like you being a bit like wary and a bit like cautious about who you let into your life, you know, especially when you are in this environment where nothing is what it seems. So let's read the tarot cards. I'm going to start with Yeonjun. He got the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon. So I think that definitely starting with all these pentacles, definitely in the case of Chanchum, he does feel like he's in the right group, that he's feeling in a place where he feels like he can give help and ask for help, and there's like a very strong dynamic in their group. And I think that this is something that they had been building with a lot of time and effort. It's not that they just like started like that. Actually, I think that when I first met, when I first saw the teasers for their debut and stuff, I was like there was something off about their synergy. Like the choreography was perfect, the music was perfect, but I wasn't getting like I wasn't able to see them display their potentials as a group. I only saw like one or two people that would stay in the center, and they would be like the ones that would stand out the most for me. And then the others, I would be like, oh, I don't know who these people are. You know, so I think that they definitely needed to work on that kind of dynamic to be able to put all the members in the spotlight, you know, to that all the members can shine when their time comes, you know, that you are not indifferent to who is who, you know. And this usually happens also with when you have like a lot of members, you know, you have a lot of members in a group, and you do need to work on the group habilitating and enabling that all the members, it doesn't matter how many seconds they got, but they are able to make an impression on the audience. Because if you don't, then that member is going to be resentful, and probably because of how the industry work and how they are raised, probably they are not going to say anything, but you are going to see you're going to see the tension build, especially if they are just starting and they do not know how to communicate properly with each other. But I think that in the case of TXT, I think that definitely Jeonjun, from what I can see here, Yeonjun has not only he has the Three of Pentacles, that is teamwork, but also he has the King of Pentacles. So he is in a higher level than the other members. I don't want to compare, but I think that he is in a state of him as an artist where he has like gained sorry, not only he has gained popularity, he has also gained some kind of a status and reputation. So I don't know if maybe like people that know him or people from the industry know about him and know about his potential and know about that there's something about him that he's really good at working with his image. And I think that this also is hype or big hit in that moment. Were highly aware of that. They were able to sell his image pretty well. But I think that it's not only because it can happen that an idol's image can be like highlighted, or that it can be promoted the most, but actually that idol don't like being shallow, you know, being just an image, and actually like just don't give anything more than, oh, that's so pretty, you know. In the case of Jeonjun, he is like turning himself in some kind of business person, and he's learning to administrate his resources and his talents. So I think that this guy has the potential of becoming his own boss in the future, because he's really young and he's already represented by the King of Pentacles. So there's something here about making money, the ability of making money, the ability to sell yourself, the ability to know how to administrate your talents. It's like he knows what he got. And he, of course, is very highly aware that he is where he is because of the group. He's not self-centered at all. He's not self-centered at all. He understands that he got the opportunities he got because of the group, because of all the members' hard work. But then we have the moon here in the bottom. So you know that the moon, it's a card that talks about all the things that we don't say, all the things that our unconscious is holding, and sometimes it talks about how things are that are hidden from us, or things that we cannot see, and probably like these fears that we have, and I think that this represents that probably there are moments where he doesn't feel very secure about his bond with the other members, or probably he feels a bit like insecure about himself, even though he is very popular, even though he is this King of Pentacles. It's like there's like a kind of insecurity here. There's a kind of things that probably he doesn't express, but he feels them. So I think that when it comes to how he feels for Beomgyu, I think that he feels like he can count on Beomgyu. That Beomgyu is that kind of person that is very collaborative, in a sense that if you ask him for help, he will be there. And he is someone that he's always willing and he's always ready to play as a team. He's like this very expansive mind, and he's very generous. He definitely he is a Pisces. He sacrifices himself for the group in a sense. But I think that there's something about Yeonjun actually feeling a bit like, probably he does feel a bit like a bit embarrassed that he's the one that always gets the attention, because the moon is here. Probably he does have like this unconscious fear of, oh, what if the guys start resenting me because I have all the spotlight, And I think that this fear has been here for a very long time. It's not the first time. This is why it's a less card, because it had been like buried in his unconscious. But nevertheless, he feels like he has like a foundation with Beomgyu. That with Beomgyu, when it comes to work, they definitely are a great team, and he appreciates Beomgyu because of his ability to adapt and his ability to always be ready. There's an admiration. Of course, that this admiration comes from working, because I see a lot of pentacles, and here with the moon, with the moon card, probably there's something that Yeonjun like feels that there's, that I was mentioning that Beomgyu, it's not someone that you get to know just right away. So probably for Yeonjun, Beomgyu actually is a mystery. It's not easy to get to know him, or it's not easy to form this bond. It's like you never know with him. You never know. Probably he's a bit moody, and his emotions changes from time to time, because he has a lot of water. So probably for Yeonjun, it's a bit more simple in that sense. It's like he has like some fears, that what if he really doesn't like me, or what if he is upset with me and he doesn't say it, what if he's hiding something from me, because there's something about Beomgyu nature that you feel like he's hiding something, like, and he's not. He's just like observing the environment, but he does have a kind of mysterious aura that makes you doubt yourself, and since Yeonjun is a moon in Libra, he's like really eager to make connections, but he realizes that with Beomgyu, it's really sometimes it's difficult to just connect, because for Beomgyu, like I mentioned, he does go through a lot of processes, to be like, I don't know if I want to hang out with you today, like, and it's not personal, it's just that he leaves you this feeling of uncertainty, like, did I say something wrong, did I do something wrong, like, I don't know, but it makes you feel uncomfortable in your skin, this is from John's perspective, but of course there's not any drama here. It's just some insecurities, because Yeonjun is also very insecure, in the sense that because he's the moon in Libra, he depends a lot on how he gets along with people. If he probably perceives that you are not happy, or that there's something that you are not telling him, probably he feels a bit like uncomfortable, about, oh, like, what am I doing wrong, or something like that. But they are a great team. And in the case of Beomgyu, actually, he got the card of the Hangman and the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So definitely, in the first card, the Hangman, definitely Beomgyu, he does acknowledge, he's fully aware that he is a mystery to people, and that he confuses people, and he's even confused himself. He sees himself as the Hangman. It means that he's always pending on his emotions. He's always like on the edge of caring too much and not caring at all. And it's not because of Chonjum, actually. It's because he is this way. He's still in this process of getting to know himself, and sometimes he does feel a bit erratic, he does feel a bit too emotional, and he just doesn't want to share with others, because he doesn't want to scare people, or he doesn't want to push people away. But he does feel a lot of instability sometimes. He does feel like he doesn't know himself. Sometimes he doubts himself. Sometimes he gets emotional out of nowhere, and he just doesn't know how to open up to others and be like, maybe I have to talk about this with someone, So probably he definitely needs someone to talk to about this. But then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I think that when it comes to his relationship with Yeonjun and his relationship as an artist today, I think that what gives him confidence, actually, and what keeps him calm is his work, is the team, and Yeonjun is included in this. They have prosperity. They have achieved so much, and he feels like he has stability when it comes to his work, and when it comes to his talent, and also his efforts. I think that this group is being really blessed with feeling really prosperous, thanks to the fans, thanks to everyone around them that had been there for them, accompanied them through this process of also finding their sound, and also finding their own identity, So, I'm starting to cough because, Bomb energy is really like interesting, in the sense that he's a very emotional person, and he likes to pretend that he's not, but he's very emotional. It's just that he's really young, and I think that he sometimes worries too much, and I think that this is why the Hangman is the first, but it's all in his mind, because if you see here, the Ten of Pentacles, I'm sorry. The Ten of Pentacles means stability, like being like very prosperous and abundant when it comes to money, and when it comes to sharing this with your family, sharing this with the community. So probably it's like he is prosperous in his work, and his work it also allows other people to have jobs, to have abundance of their own. So they are very popular. And at the same time, he finishes sorry, with the Ace of Wands. That the Ace of Wands is a card that it's a very passionate beginning. So I think that now he's realizing that he needs to interact more with others, that he doesn't need to hide within himself, that he can be himself, that he can be adventurous, that he can be funny, that he can show himself, that no one is judging him. I think that he's also starting to realize that he needs to do more like activities with Yeonjun in order to get closer to him. Probably like working out together, or going to do some outdoors activity. To kind of understand Yeonjun. And like this is why I think that probably in Yeonjun's place it came the Three of Pentacles. That I was like that for Junju's perspective, Beomgyu is very cooperative. He's always down to do something. So I think that in this case, I think that um, Beomgyu is really making the effort to be more inviting, and to be like more more open to spend more time together, not only for work, but also for fun projects, for having fun. He's a very passionate person. It's just that sometimes he feels a bit overwhelmed, and this could also be because he's a bit of an introvert, and sometimes maybe he does have like some kind of anger, or some kind of, he's a bit moody, like I mentioned before, so his emotions change a lot. So probably one day he's really happy and excited, and the other day he's like, he doesn't want to see anyone. So I think that he's realizing that he has the power to change himself. He's realizing that he has the potential. And I'm sorry that I'm clearing my throat so much. It's just that I think that this is a Beomgyu energy actually. Is that for him it's not easy to talk about certain things. It's not easy to put them into words. So, but he's trying, and he's realizing that he has the power, so to change things in his life. So this is very meaningful, actually. But definitely he really loves and appreciates Yeonjun. There's a very strong bond here. There's a lot of respect, like brothers. There's a lot of respect. Um, and then the cards that came out as an overall is the the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So as you can see, there's a lot of pentacles here. So I don't know if the guys are working on something, but probably whatever they're working on is going to be successful, guys, because I see a lot of pentacles here. I don't know what they are working on. And also, I think that there's a bit of insecurity still about whether they will be successful or not. I don't know why, because starting with this Nine of Wands, definitely they have trouble sleeping. There's something about them overthinking, but they are successful at the end. So I don't know why they doubt themselves so much. I think that they are they are having this concept of retro concept, of taking like a lot of elements from very old school instruments. And I think that this is what actually is like really like bringing success to them. I think that it's actually their style. Of course that it's not a style that they should stick to and just not do other music. It's just that I think that it's actually like allowing them to have like a more diversity when it comes to their audience. Probably like older people or older generations are listening to their music. So I think that they are going to have to keep like working on that style, because I think that style suits them really nice. Getting out of that high school, kind of uh, concept, like they are no longer in high school, like they are in another chapter. And I think that what people actually find really attractive about them is that they also talk about struggles. The lyrics are very relatable, the lyrics are very intense. And also, I think that this is why probably they remain in this Nine of Swords vibe, because probably their lyrics usually are talking about very sensitive subjects, about not loving yourself or about not accepting yourself and about being confused. So probably sometimes when you do enter in that character and you have to perform such deep content kind of lyrics, probably this like wears them out a bit, but I think that this is the real root. And I think that whatever they are working on, they are going to have a lot of success. They are very successful. I think that this is the first duo, not even for a group, I got so many pentacles. So I think that definitely what actually makes them connect with each other is the fact that they had put so much effort to be who they are today, that it's amazing. Um, I really like their energy. I think that, and what I love is that I got pentacles for each of the parts. It's not because usually when I do a dynamic reading, there's always someone that has like a lot of more coins than the other. And this is the reality. Whenever I read for two people, there's always like someone that it's like shining the most, and then the other one is like I feel like I don't have enough. But in this case, like besides of the fact that Beomgyu sometimes feels like the hangman card, because he's always like feeling like he has other the different perspective from life that other people. He probably feels like he's weird because he sees things from other perspective that others don't. Probably he's a psychic as well. He is very intuitive. So sometimes for him to ground himself and to be like, okay, I gotta concentrate, is not easy. But when he does, he creates like very successful things with this Ten of Pentacles and this Ace of Wands. You are going to see a lot of growth, and a very passionate growth in Beomgyu. So if you are a fan of him, please keep attention on him, because he's going to become and transform into an amazing artist. He has a lot of charisma. He has a lot of charisma, a lot of magnetism. It's just that he needs to break free from his insecurities. He needs to own that passion in himself. He needs to own it, because he's very passionate and he's very attractive as well. He's a very attractive person. It's just that he is in this stage, very teenage kind of stage, where you don't know what looks good on you, so you want to hide your body, or you want to hide your face, or you don't look at people in the eye, so you're very awkward. But once he gets his confidence, there's no stopping for him. So yes, guys, this is all I have for them. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I would love to hear your feedback about this. So thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.